Have you ever wondered what would happen if the Earth stopped rotating? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? Now, before we dive into the consequences of a world standing still, let's first understand the basics of Earth's rotation. Our planet spins, much like a top, on an imaginary line called an axis. This spinning motion is what gives us our 24-hour day-night cycle. When one side of the Earth faces the sun, we experience daylight. As the Earth continues to spin, bringing a different part of the planet into the sunlight, we transition into night. But the rotation does more than just create day and night. It also shapes our weather patterns, influencing the winds and ocean currents. Plus, it even affects the Earth's shape, slightly flattening it at the poles and bulging it at the equator. Now that we understand the basics of the Earth's rotation, let's dive into what might happen if it were to stop. Imagine a world where the Earth is still. What would that look like? Dive in with me as we explore this scenario of a stationary Earth. Let's start with the most immediate change we'd notice: the sun. If the Earth stopped rotating, one half of the planet would be bathed in constant, unending daylight, while the other half would be enveloped in perpetual darkness. Picture this: a never-ending day on one side and a ceaseless night on the other. But what does this mean in terms of temperature? Well, the side exposed to the sun would experience scorching heat, far hotter than any temperature we're accustomed to. On the flip side, the darkened side of the Earth would be exposed to biting cold, colder than even the most frigid polar winters. This extreme temperature difference between the two halves of the planet would create a stark contrast, a world of extremes. Now let's talk about the Coriolis effect. This phenomenon, caused by the Earth's rotation, influences our weather patterns and ocean currents. If the Earth stopped rotating, the Coriolis effect would cease to exist. Without it, weather patterns would dramatically change, resulting in a world where winds blow in straight lines from the poles to the equator, and ocean currents are drastically altered. These changes could lead to catastrophic weather events and significantly impact life on Earth. The Earth's rotation also gives us our magnetic field, protecting us from harmful solar radiation. Without it, our planet's magnetic field would weaken, exposing us to higher levels of solar radiation. The effects of this could be detrimental to all life forms, not to mention the potential damage to our technology. So, in a world without rotation, we'd be living in a world of extremes. Extreme temperatures, extreme weather, and extreme radiation. It's a sobering thought and a testament to the delicate balance that governs our world. As you can see, our existence heavily depends on the Earth's rotation. But what would happen to the Earth itself? Without rotation, the Earth as we know it would change dramatically. This celestial body we call home would undergo significant physical transformations, the likes of which would be nothing short of cataclysmic. At present, our Earth is not a perfect sphere, but an oblate spheroid, a shape that is slightly flattened at the poles and slightly widened at the equator. This shape is due to the centrifugal force generated by the Earth's rotation. But what if this rotation ceased to exist? Without the centrifugal force, the Earth would gradually morph into a perfect sphere over time. This transformation would be far from innocuous, resulting in a massive redistribution of the world's oceans. The gravitational pull would draw the oceans towards the Earth's core, forming a giant sea around the equator. This colossal equatorial ocean would be a sight to behold, but it would leave the rest of the world as dry land. Imagine vast continents devoid of water and an equatorial sea stretching as far as the eye can see. This would be a world unrecognizable, a world where life as we know it could not survive. The absence of rotation would not only be disastrous for life but also dramatically reshape the planet itself. So, a non-rotating Earth would not only be disastrous for life but also reshape the planet itself. Our planet's rotation isn't just about giving us day and night. It's a fundamental force that shapes our world, from our climate to the very land beneath our feet. Without it, life as we know it would be drastically different, if possible at all. It's a dance of cosmic proportions, a ballet of gravity and momentum that keeps us grounded yet always moving. So next time you watch the sunrise or sunset, remember, it's all thanks to the Earth's relentless spin.